Of course, I had to kick off the show with Ozzy. Today marks the first anniversary of his passing, July 22nd, 2026. It's Hump Day. His son, Jack, has a request. He says, I would like anyone who wants to share a story about Ozzy to share a story, whether it's the first time you listened to his music, the first time you saw him play live, or a time you saw him play live where something stood out to you. I think the only time I saw him live was 2016. Ozfest, the Glen Helen Amphitheater, the worst venue I have ever been to. Not because it was an outdoor amphitheater. No, it has the worst parking setup I have ever experienced ever. My friends decided to get to the concert pretty darn late. We did that thing where we saw the line of cars waiting to go in or waiting to exit off the freeway. And we went around all of them and just cut our way in. My friend Bobby was like that for sure. And then we somehow found a parking spot way far in the back. It felt like a hike to get to the venue. And it was stacked parking. So we couldn't leave until the car behind us left, the car in front of us left after the show was over. We ended up waiting till 4 a.m. to get out of that parking lot. It wasn't until some hero with a lifted truck decided to go, screw this, and run over the fence and caused a shortcut for all of us. The venue was upset with that guy, but he rescued a lot of people that day. And I have, I've been to that amphitheater once more, but we left early to avoid any parking mayhem, and I'm never going back to that venue ever again. The Glen Helen Amphitheater can rot. But I did get to see Black Sabbath there. Black Sabbath, Disturbed, Ghost. I forgot who else was on that lineup, but it was a fun time to watch him from the lawn. If only I could go back in time and re-experience that. At least I get to say that I got to see Ozzy perform live. If you want to get a hold of me, you can over at 208-535-1015. I think I might play an Ozzy song at the top of every hour, except for the 5 p.m. hour. That's when I got my It's So New track of the day. So I'll at least pay tribute to the Prince of Darkness himself. And if you haven't seen his funniest moments on the Howard Stern show, there's like a 30-minute video on YouTube. It is hilarious. That guy, just naturally funny. Rest in peace to Ozzy. Only on this show can we pay homage to the legendary Ozzy Osbourne, who passed away on this day a year ago. Talking about Ozzy to talking about underwear. A new way to avoid chafing. Chafing's a big problem, especially if you have big thighs like me. No, if you go out walking all the time and your thighs rub like two sticks trying to light a fire. Dealing with chafing down under is always an issue during the summer. And now a company from down under claims they've come up with the solution. They just launched a new line of boxers and thongs made with bamboo. That sounds itchy. Why did the music stop right at that moment? The company says the underwear uses soft, breathable bamboo viscose that is naturally thermoregulating and includes non-chafe panels to help reduce friction and contoured supportive pouches that provide comfort while allowing easy movement. Who tested out this product? They're like, hey, let's get the fattest guy in the office, have him start walking around, see if he starts to chafe. I'm kind of upset that they named their company Step One rather than Down Under. You know, an Australian underwear company. Down Under sounds a whole lot better than Step One. All right, here's Falling in Reverse, Popular Monster on K-Bear 101. It'll be my third time seeing those guys live. Autumn Kings, that's their latest single, Gone, right here on Peach's Pit Party. They're going to be in Pocatello tomorrow. Hopefully you got your tickets, either if you won them from us or you bought them. It's going to be a fun night, and I don't want you to get a bad case of FOMO. Maddie's going to be there. Victor and I will be there. Jade and Jeff are going to be down in Salt Lake City, going to see Story of the Year in Silverstein. We're going to be all over the place tomorrow. Pre-Friday in Pokey. with a concert. My first concert in a few months, which I can't believe it's been that long. Time has flown by, honestly. I was just thinking about that. I'm like, we've officially reached like the midpoint of summer. August is going to be here next week. And pretty soon we'll start seeing those back-to-school signs if they're not out already. I think Nate Eaton posted what looked like to be TJ Maxx. He must have been just perusing the aisles. And there was these Halloween-themed blankets and jack-o'-lanterns in one section already out. It's July. I know Summerween is a thing, but can we cool it down? Literally and also with the Halloween decorating? I got real tired yesterday. I got real sick yesterday. Just, it's too hot. Way too hot. Turn down the heat, please. I was originally going to talk about my remote this Saturday. I got distracted. I am going to be at the Wheels for Compassion car show in Shelley Park this Saturday. I'll be hanging out from 11 to 1. The car show goes from 10 to 4. I'll be there 11 to 1. There's going to be, of course, cars, motorcycles, trucks, vendors, food trucks as well. The Wheels for Compassion car show hosted by Wackerly Auto Center, supporting the hospice of Eastern Idaho. I'll have to ask Victor if I'm giving away a pair of tickets to Yellow Wolf and Highly Suspect or Theory of a Dead Man and Seven Dust. Who knows? You'll have to come out and see. I kind of feel bad for teenagers that are potentially still looking for a summer job right now. It used to be you would walk into a grocery store, ask if they were hiring, fill out one application, and then boom. Now you're competing with college students, retirees looking for extra income, adults picking up second jobs. You have to submit an online application. Employers are also using online applications that can filter candidates before a human ever sees them. It's made landing that first summer job a lot tougher than it used to be. The good news, there are still employers looking for great people. You just have to know where to look. And I've been seeing a lot of posts on Facebook in the Life in Idaho Falls group. Where can I potentially work that's not fast food? Well, check out the newly redesigned HireEastIdaho.com. This week's Hire East Idaho Job of the Week is an autism support caregiver, personal care assistant, nanny position. A local family is looking for a compassionate, dependable patient caregiver to become an important part of their support team for their amazing 12-year-old son, Declan. Make a difference, build a relationship, change a life. You can apply today at HireEastIdaho.com, where you'll also find hundreds of other opportunities from employers across East Idaho. Hire East Idaho, connecting people with opportunity. LeBron Watch 2026 continues. LeBron James is the last big domino of free agency in 2026, and the league is waiting to hear about his next move so they can finalize next season's schedule. During an interview yesterday, LeBron's agent, Rich Paul, urged patience and suggested LeBron has earned the right not to be rushed. Again, what a pretentious diva. I mean, there are other names for that guy that I want to say, but I can't. Former player and current commentator Kendrick Perkins entered the chat with an unusual suggestion that LeBron retire from playing and join ESPN. Hey, bro, you don't really need to play anymore, Perkins said, and I'm pretty sure that over here at the worldwide leader, the Mouse, we can pay you more than vet minimum. The Mouse referring to Disney, of course. Yesterday was a rough day at ESPN. Kind of felt like iHeartMedia. The company laid off Carl Revich, is that how you say his last name? Ryan Clark and Cam Newton. There was also some talk of not bringing NFL insider Tom Pelissero for the not bringing him back for the 2026 season, but it ended up being a good day for Tim Tebow, who got a multi-year contract extension that will help keep the former Florida quarterback on its networks. Shohei Ohtani came into the season on a mission to win a Cy Young Award. He won't get one this year as he's taking a break from pitching because of ongoing discomfort in his left knee. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts said Ohtani's road back to pitching would take some time. It was not a day-to-day thing. Ohtani will still continue to be the in the lineup as the designated hitter, but won't be continuing his historic effort to be a two-way player until he regains his strength and health. That does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Bear 101. So last night, yesterday, during the lunch break, during our lunch break, I should say, because I had to take Justin from 105 The Hawk from the studio to Stone's Kia to pick up his car, and we were talking about the new Govee lights that I have on the back of my TV now. And I completely forgot that I have those Govee light bulbs that were already in the other bedroom, just working as old-fashioned regular lights. And I'm like, you know what? What if I took those two light bulbs and the Govee lights behind my TV, synced them together, because apparently you can do that, and then just have the lights work with the movie that's on the TV or the TV show, whatever's on the TV. And my room was like a rave last night. I sent a video to my dad. I intentionally turned on that club scene from John Wick with all the flashing lights and everything. I turned it on with sound effects, those lights. So my whole room was just flashing. Sent the video to my dad. He's like, that's a little too much. But I'm like, yeah, but you can adjust it. He's all excited to get himself some Govee lights now. He's like, it's only $90 on Amazon. I'm like, Dad, I dream of the day that I can say something is only $90. I think he already bought them. I have access to his Amazon account. I'm gonna check and see if he actually pulled the trigger on getting himself some Govee lights. He was talking about setting them up in the family room, which means he'll have my sister set them up for him, because having a 60-plus-year-old man trying to work with technology, it's not going to go over well. Here's Sleeping with Sirens, House of Matches on Peach's Pit Party on K-Bear 101. I knew this was going to happen. There's a disturbing trend popping up on TikTok where some users are joking, but there are people out there that are completely serious about this, trying to catch the Cyclospora parasite to lose weight. Again, it has to be brought up on the show. I hate the fact that I'm talking about this stupid parasite because, again, only like 1,000 people have it in the United States in total. And there are 300 million people in this country. And they're trying to make it sound like it's going to be the worst thing ever. It's diarrhea. The music stopped right at the right moment for that one. The parasite, which has been linked to contaminated fresh produce, has caused quote-unquote outbreaks across dozens of states, can trigger severe diarrhea, stomach cramps, other digestive problems. Sounds like just a stomach bug to me. On so-called skinny talk, some influencers are calling it the diarrhea diet and celebrating weight loss after getting sick. No surprise, health experts warn that's a dangerous idea, noting that most of the weight lost is simply water weight and usually comes back. They also say foodborne illnesses can have lasting effects on gut health and a person's relationship with food. There was a time, like I told you, I got that horrible bug, virus, whatever, from that salad bar at a high-up grocery store. Haven't been back since. There was also a time where my mom made this horrible dish. I forgot exactly what it was, but I blamed the food, and she's like, it wasn't the food. You just had a bad reaction. I threw up all over the place. It was awful. And every single time I think about that dish, it makes me want to vomit. But yeah, don't be stupid. Don't try to get diarrhea in order to lose weight. Again, it's way too early to talk about Halloween decorations. I don't care if you're a massive Halloween fanatic. It's way too early. It's July 22nd. You got to wait till at least the end of August, early September at the earliest. Home Depot decided, you know what? Let's take advantage of profits right now. Let's take advantage of this holiday right now with this Summerween movement. They've rolled out their 2026 Halloween collection online. Products arriving in stores, later in August. Thanks, Home Depot. The 12-foot Skelly skeleton is back, but now it's packed with new tech that lets owners control its movement, customize sounds, even speak through it using Bluetooth. So that'd be fun. You can make the tall skeleton fart, potentially. Have him squat down and just, They're also adding new giant decorations, including an 11-foot mummy, an 8-foot animated plant monster. Why not have all three just chilling right outside your house? Wasn't it on the show earlier this week or late last week that I talked about how Home Depot is going to be selling a life-size Freddy Fazbear animatronic? It's like $500 for that thing. There's also an interactive undead parrot that answers yes or no questions, a creepy animated pixie, and an upgraded version of the fan favorite Lethal Lily. What's Lethal Lily? Let me look that up real fast. You see that? What's Lethal Lily? Go to just images here. Is it just a witch? That's a 7-foot witch. How much is she? It's probably a few $100. $299, $300. All right. If you have a lot of money, Halloween's definitely your holiday, especially when you go all out with the decorations. Have all these animatronics right there on your front yard. I mean, if you have the money and you want to spend it, go for it. It's your money, pal. Wage War Blindfold here on K-Bear 101. Again, at the top of every hour this afternoon, except for the 5 p.m. hour, I'm playing an Ozzy track to pay homage to the late, great Prince of Darkness. I mentioned it at the start of the show. You gotta watch his funniest moments on the Howard Stern show. You also gotta watch the funniest moments of the Osbournes, which I think Howard Stern helped start. What a crazy TV show that was, and what a just kind person Ozzy was as well. One of my favorite scenes from that show was when I believe Kelly was going to go on vacation. Sharon was, I think, receiving treatment at the time, and they were all at home, and Kelly was like, I'm going to go on vacation, and then Ozzy's like, do you need some money? And then he just leaves the room and then comes back with this giant wad of cash and just gives it all to her. He's like, here's $2,000 or something. No, I think it was more than that. It was way more than that, I think. I think he gave her like a ridiculous amount of money. Which, I mean, again, if you have it, you might as well share the wealth, right? That's something that I would do. If I had all the money and had a family like that, I'd be like, here you go. Take this on vacation. Just giving, like, what, your teenage daughter at the time a whole bunch of cash. What can go wrong there? Especially when she's vacationing internationally. Don't you have to get that? You have to get that converted to whatever currency that country has. That'd be a nightmare. Just hands her a wad of $100 bills. Here you go. Have fun on vacation. Just one of the many funny moments from the Prince of Darkness himself. Rest in peace. A year ago today, he passed away. 3 days grace on K-Bear 101. Apparently, longer names are in. It says, move over. Ava, Liam, Noah, Emma. Here comes Charlotte, Sebastian, Alexander, Persephone. Couldn't Alexander just be Alex? Are they one of those pretentious people going, it's actually Alexander? Like those that say it's Matthew, not just Matt. The days of parents giving their babies short names are over, according to this article. A new baby center analysis said longer names are making a comeback. What's with Persephone? The trend shows parents choosing chaotic, multi-syllable names such as Amelia, Eleanor, Penelope. Eleanor and Penelope? Oh, all right, whatever floats your boat. Alexander, Theodore, and Juliet. I mean, I have a unique name, just Brendan, but it has to be differently spelt. It's not the stupid version like Brandon, Brendan, Brendan. No, it's just Brendan. My sister Bailey, she's Baylee. Oh, there's also people doing double names like Emma Claire, Noah Gabriel. Can't just be Noah. No, you have to sneak another name in there. What, you're too good for one? Noah Gabriel, not just Noah. Yuck. Here's Deftones, My Mind is a Mountain on K-Bear 101. Should I ask this as a dumb to peach their own question? Do you wash new clothes before wearing them? A Redditor posted it in No Stupid Questions. I've always just worn clothes straight from the store, tags off, but recently a friend looked at me like I was a psychopath for doing this. They claimed chemical residue are turning the frogs. No, I'm just kidding. They claim chemical residue and shipping dust make it gross. Do people actually throw every single new shirt into the laundry before wearing it once? Am I grossing everyone out? People had things to say, and well, I guess me and this guy are the two people that are the only two people that just put on new shirts. I was thinking about doing a restock, going to JCPenney and grabbing a couple of those 3XLT big and tall t-shirts because I desperately need to do the laundry. I might do that tonight. I still have time to do so. And if I buy any new shirts, I'll throw in the new shirts with the old shirts because, yeah, all these responses say you should definitely wash them first. It can get any leftover dyes and dust off, as well as other people's bodily fluids. You never know you never know someone could have been sweaty trying on those clothes. If somebody's trying on the size of shirt that I usually get, they're usually not as tall as I am. They're usually quite big. So, obviously, there's going to be sweat in those shirts. So, yeah, maybe I should wash them before I wear them. K-Bear 101, it's Peach's Pit Party. And, of course, this Saturday, I will be at that car show, the Wheels for Hospice car show, like I just mentioned in that previous break that I forgot to record for the podcast. Well, there's that. I will be at the Wheels for Compassion car show this Saturday, 11 to 1. The car show is happening from 10 to 4. Victor is going to be out as well this Saturday. He'll be at the Idaho Falls Farmers Market alongside Justin from 105 The Hawk. And I believe we're going to be collecting donations for the Idaho Falls Community Food Basket. I'm assuming it's non-perishable food items that you can bring to our Riverbend Media Group tent. And we'll then donate them all to the community food basket. I know the last time that I was there, we donated items for the Snake River Animal Shelter. And then I showed up to where all the dogs and cats are with all that food and everything and said, here you go. Felt like a hero just walking into the animal shelter, dropping that stuff off on the counter, and then going, bye, and leaving. So there's that. Yeah, Victor is going to be at the Idaho Falls Farmers Market this Saturday. He'll be there right as it opens up to about noon. And then Justin from 105 The Hawk will take over. And they'll be collecting donations the entire time the Farmers Market is open from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Just look for Victor, of course. Look for Justin. Look for the Riverbend Media Group tent. It'll be pretty obvious. It'll be pretty easy to spot. Not as easy as me, though. But still, it'll be pretty easy to spot. I don't plan on going to see that Odyssey movie. I know what it's about. Odysseus, king of Ithaca, returning home from the Trojan War. If there are two types of movies that I will never watch, movies based off of things in history and period pieces. And Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey has an official runtime of almost 3 hours. Shot entirely with IMAX film cameras because Christopher Nolan is like that. Could you imagine being an actor, seeing yourself on the IMAX screen, seeing yourself in high def? It would make me feel way self-conscious. But besides this movie, The Odyssey, I guess the trailer for Jessica Chastain's new film, Other Mommy, that was played before The Odyssey. The trailer itself was played before The Odyssey in theaters countrywide. And I guess people were tweeting out that the trailer for Other Mommy is too scary. Leaves Odyssey moviegoers just terrified. And it went into detail here about what exactly goes on in the trailer for Other Mommy. It's from Blumhouse. The executive producer of Obsession. Also, James Wan is a part of this movie, the producer of Backrooms. So I might need to see this. Jessica Chastain. Excuse me. Jeez, that burp came out of nowhere. Jessica Chastain, Other Mommy. Your Mommy Won't Save You. In theaters, October 9th. I like it. I'm glad horror is having a resurgence of sorts. I'm glad there's more and more horror being put out there, and it's successful too. Like, they're going extremely well. I still need to watch Obsession now that I have those Govee lights all set up in my bedroom. Oh man, Obsession's going to be extra creepy. Ozzy, Patient number 9, featuring the late great Jeff Beck, also on that track. 7.5 minutes of greatness to end my Ozzy tribute here today on the anniversary of his passing. Today marks 1 year since we lost Ozzy. Again, I still remember when we were recording the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem. We were about to record, or I think we recorded the first break. I refreshed my Facebook feed, and right there at the top, Ozzy Osbourne dead at 76. And I went, and Victor's like, what? And then I told him, and then he's like, okay, I guess we got to redo everything. We got to do a whole bunch of stuff. We got to add a whole bunch of Ozzy songs into the system, even more so than what we already had. Play a whole bunch of his tracks. That day was crazy. Anyway, I'm sure Lou Brutus will do some type of tribute on Hard Drive XL here in a little bit, starting at 7, going till midnight. It's now time for today's What the Headline. A bizarre theft case out of Florida. Deputies say a man returned home after a stay in jail discovered that his collection of tarantulas had disappeared. This local woman, Stephanie Brooks, allegedly took the spiders and sold them while the owner was away in jail. Why would you do that? The missing tarantulas reportedly included a golden knee Chaco tarantula, a striped devil tarantula, with the owner estimating his losses at nearly $600. Brooks is facing stolen property and theft charges as well. A child witness said the spiders were removed because of safety concerns and the cost of caring for them. Wow, man leaves jail, spiders leave home. I feel bad for the poor dude, but yet again, he did go to jail, and if he didn't, those spiders would still be home. But still, what a piece of trash lady at the same time. That is today's What the Headline, I guess. Not that crazy, just some spiders being sold. All right. I know we don't have a Whole Foods here in the area, but I'm sure other stores are doing this now. They're offering discounts on the Taylor Farm lettuce, the supposed origin of the extreme diarrhea virus, the cyclosporia. Sounds like a character in that Odyssey movie, to be quite honest with you. Cyclosporiasis, the fierce warrior that teams up with Odysseus. All he can do is just... well, I'm not going to make a diarrhea joke. But we already talked about on the show how people are trying to get the virus in order to lose weight, which is downright absurd. I mean, you lose water weight when you have diarrhea. All right? That's it. There's no actual pounds lost or anything. You just lose water weight. You'll be temporarily lighter, but then once you drink water, it comes all right back. Duh. But I mean, if you want to run the risk, quote unquote, even though, again, like I mentioned before, there's only about 1,000 cases of this virus with 300 million people here in the United States, and they're all acting like it's some insane thing going on. They're trying to fear monger again. Don't hoard all the TP. I mean, you should just buy yourself a big pack just in case you have some kind of accident, or maybe it's a little messy. I don't want to get into too crazy of details talking about poo here to end the show, but yeah, I guess Whole Foods offering discounts on Taylor Farm lettuce. So if you want to get that salad mix at a cheaper price, maybe check the grocery stores here in the area, see if they're doing the same thing.
Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, a.k.a. Brendan Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.